Previously on Kotor 2.
Well, we once shame on you, we once shame on me. Or twice shame on me. Oh.
Get away from her! She's a dark Jedi.
I mean, that's obvious. What the fuck? Oh, it's just Kreia. Okay, fine, I'll play along. What makes you think she's a dark Jedi, despite it's kind of obvious written all over her?
Atten, I've had enough of your snide contempt.
Despite our differences, we need to work together. Kreia, calm your
I will
titties.
protect myself from this foul-mouthed ruffian.
Hey, what's the commotion here?
Stay out of this, bao-dur. This is a personal dispute between Atten and myself.
You're threatening Atten with a lightsaber, and I'm supposed to just stay out of it? No.
Why do I even bother?
The three of you would challenge me? You sorely underestimate the power of the Force.
Think again, Kreia. Your dark influence will end.
Your friends are all arrayed against me. Will you stand for this?
I don't even... You know what? Again, you're using the word friends, and that's a little too strong for my pets and slaves. The only friend there is HK. I will admit, he's the only friend. And T3, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't done the bit in a while of like adding text for what T3 is saying, so I don't know if we're standing on him. They're all just visions anyway. Does it really matter what I do?
So you will do nothing? Apathy is death. Worse than death, because at least a rotting corpse feeds the beasts and insects.
Apathy is death. Apathy is death.
Apathy is death. Apathy is death.
Statement: apathy is death.
Why did H...
Apathy is death.
Why did the HK voice actor make him say that like he's singing a song? What was the purpose of that? Oh god. Hey. Yeah, it's not fair. Oh, well, yeah, I can't say shit. Never mind. Okay, heal real quick. I don't got time to use the force healing. I'm gonna just see if I take... Oh, my sweet Jesus, my health bar just vanished. Fuck you for lighting me on fire, whichever droid, probably HK. Oh, she was almost dead. I'll be right back.
More where that came from.
Fallen.
Excuse you? Oh my god, was that because, like, the first attempt I lost, it was because one of my companions killed me, not the Kreia illusion? And now... Hello, you beautiful magical creatures. NecromanticWater here, and thank you for joining me in my playthrough of Kotor 2. Last time, we finished Korriban, and now that we finished another planet, it's time for yet another companion video, just talking to people.
Have you come with question?
Yes, I'll talk with the Force.
Very well.
Before, you taught me to listen. I want to learn more.
Very well. Sit with me. You have brushed the surface thoughts of another. It is a start. Calm yourself. This time, silence your own thoughts. Keep them still. Imagine the waters of the room of 1,000 fountains, each stream suddenly falling silent and still. Imagine the ice of Telos, cold and smooth as it gathers upon the plateau. Now, stretch out. Feel the ship around you. Strip away the metal, and see the souls and minds of those that fill its corridors, with more thoughts and dreams and worries than can fill the space of this ship.
As my feet walk from the ashes of Kotor,
I shall not fear, for in fear lies death, and...
From the first movement flows the second. Strike, repeat, circle one's opponent, repeat, faster, quicker. If Father had been faster. If only Father had been faster. If I was faster, I would no longer be the last of my sisters. But does Atris love him? Jedi do not love. Does Atris hate him? Jedi do not hate. This journey is harder than any she has sent me on.
Switch the face of the +1 -1 card. The totals are 9, 10. Switch the face of the +2 -2 card. The total is 8, 11. Switch.
Your command echoes still, General, and I obey, as I did at Malachor.
As my feet walk from the ashes of Kotor,
Switch the face of the +1
I shall
-1
not
card.
fear,
The totals are 9, 10.
for in fear
Switch the face of the +2
Your
lies
command
death.
echoes
card.
still,
The
General,
total is 8,
and I
11.
obey,
Switch.
as I did at Malachor.
Sounded in the background. What is this?
Not now. Focus on my voice.
Malachor.
Now do you hear me? Truly hear me?
I hear you. This is incredible.
You have taken the first steps on a much longer road, exile.
What about the droids and the Wookiee animal?
The droids cannot be read in such a way, nor the beast. He has little thoughts to speak of. As for the alien who served with you in the war, its thoughts are more difficult, requiring many translations in meaning. Often it is better to read their impulses and images than their spoken thoughts. That is why he is deaf to you. I have found his impulses are cold, like a dead weight. His thoughts are black.
Ah, of course. That would explain why I heard nothing from him.
Such is the case with primitive minds. It is of no matter.
There was something. There was also something wrong with Patton's thoughts.
Of course there was. It is because Atten was not playing Pazak, yet he counts cards in his head. At
Like a
times, he
nerd.
will list off engine sequencers, memorize the hyperspace routes on the other side of the galaxy, count the ticking in the power couplings, even though they are fixed. At other times, he will imagine certain base lusts, certain indignities. It may be Atten is far cleverer than he feigns to be. Or perhaps he is simply a fool.
Perhaps I should see how that Bazak game is going. Yay, extra force.
Yes?
We're not done talking though.
Very well.
'Before when I heard an echo of my companions, there was something like whatever.
I had wondered if... But your powers are strong indeed. Now is not the time to speak of this. Wait until you have more of the galaxy within you, and we shall speak again.
What does that even mean?
Every step on our journey shall bring with it discoveries. With persistence, you shall grow in the Force. And for every planet we reach, all that we touch with our presence, you shall grow, for you will have no choice.
I guess I'll return.
Yes?
That was no answers. I have learned what strength means from the
Indeed.
Hanar.
And what is that?
Hanar is incredibly strong, yet he is powerless.
Yes. Now the question is why?
Because raw strength is nothing compared to the power of one's will.
Ah, you are a perceptive one indeed. In this instance, you are correct. All that strength, that anger, yet it is held in check, restrained by his beliefs, his doubt. Everyone is made up of events in their past, and it forms walls around one's spirit, or breaks such walls down. The mind makes some powerless, and gives strength to others.
Is that his weakness?
In a manner of speaking, yes. But it is more complicated than that. Everyone is made up of events in their past. It makes some powerless and gives strength to others. It is because he is not ready to give up his ties yet. It is much like Jedi who will not give up their code. It is to surrender yourself to make yourself a slave to a teaching or belief that makes it so that belief will always rule you.
What are you asking?
I ask nothing, but since you beg a question, I will ask it. Are you prepared to give up all that is a Jedi entirely? Until then, you will always be weak.
Look, I've mentioned it multiple times before, I'm not a Jedi.
No, the Jedi lie with you still. You have no choice in the matter, but your willingness to break those ties is a lesson in strength. To believe in an ideal is to be willing to betray it. It is something no Sith or Jedi has ever truly learned. That is the lesson of strength. Yet that is not the only lesson that the beast can teach us. Not only does one's will control one's strength, but one's will can control and draw upon the strength of others. Surely you have felt the beast's presence on board this ship, stalking, restless.
Smell is what I've more noticed. I feel his hunger. It's like a predator.
It is a more primal connection you feel, and the hunger you feel does not stem from Han-Ha. It is something you may draw upon, his very life, if need be. He does not realize how deeply his life debt runs, but he will. When you suffer, call upon that hunger, and the beast shall be that upon which your will may draw strength. Reach out, feel his presence within the ship, clawing at you, pacing. Feel the rumbling of the hull, the metal around you like a cage, and the building anger, the blood that rises behind the eyes, a bloodlust that cannot be sated. If you accept it, you will find your strength increase and your vitality return to you faster with every breath.
It is a strange sensation, like anger, hungry, vicious. I want that strength for my own.
Good. You know it now. The predator-prey relationship. The strong feeding on the weak. It will serve you.
How am I able to tap into this strength?
Because his life is not his own. He walks, but he is dead. And there is a use for one such as he, along with all of his kind.
Ba-da-da-da. We got health and strength. Pepper. Okay, well, we're not talking to her for now. Yo, can we do the next training session? Can you teach me more fighting
I think
moves?
you are ready for the final tier I wish to teach. You have made much progress. For this, you may use any melee weapon and any shields you possess, but nothing else. No Jedi saber, and no other items.
No blaster. Alright, fine, let's go.
We shall begin this final lesson then.
Freaking T-pose. Into wearing nothing.
Atris was correct about you. You know war, its motions and currents. There is nothing more I can teach you.
Maybe I can teach you some things.
I have already learned much of your styles and combat. There is no need to know more.
What's the problem?
Combat among the Ichani is a personal thing. Repeated duels are not what they are in other cultures, and I would rather that this not become more than it is. And I have taken an oath to Atris against studying from a Jedi, or anything of the Jedi teachings.
But do you want to learn?
What I desire is of no importance. My father broke his oaths. He shamed us all. I do not wish to follow his path. I swore not to follow his path. If I were to follow a Jedi against Atris's wishes, then I would be betraying her for you.
Oh, well, you know, a betrayal sounds nice. How do we do this? But if you don't do what you want, that's a betrayal to yourself.
This is a difficult thing for me to say, but I ask that you be silent as I tell you this. It is my desire to learn from you what you can teach me of battle. I have already learned much in our duels, but with every battle, I wish to know more of you. Your stance, your movements, I can sense shades of meaning and an echo of something I have yet to experience. Atris said that you were the only Jedi to have survived the Mandalorian Wars, that you had stared into the heart of war and only turned away because you were forced to. I do not believe her. I believe that you made a choice, as my father did, and that is important to me, more than you know. And you are important to me more than you know. I will accept whatever you wish to teach me, though it breaks my oath to Atris.
Hell yes, betrayal. Have you ever thought about your heritage?
I have thought about what you have said, of my mother, of my bloodline. There is something I would ask of you.
And so it ends.
I want
Damn,
you
Crash,
to
shut up.
teach me to wield the Force as my mother did, to fight those that would threaten us, and end them.
Hell yeah. I've never been able to actually make her a dark Jedi in all my previous playthroughs. I've been able to make her a good Jedi, which is significantly easier, but this is also why I haven't been taking her with me, is because the slightest of things will make her like lose influence, and that's such a pain. Yes, only if you renounce your blah 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 blah. Only if you renounce Atris and swear your loyalty to me.
I wish to follow you, not Atris. It is
Yes,
you I wish
yeah.
to serve. Teach me. I shall
It's-
not fail you.
Good, good, excellent, very good. Bless being evil is fun. Then hear and obey. You have the markings of the Dark Jedi Guardian within you, and you know I can show you that.
I will not let you down, Exile. I will honor you as I honor the face of my mother.
She says, wearing a mask. Da-da-da-da. Got another Jedi companion.
Betrayal.
Oh, stop the cutscene.
Betrayal.
Betrayal?
Mistress?
She has betrayed me. The last of your sisters has betrayed me. Betrayed us. She is your sister no more. She does not travel with the exile. Instead, she has chosen to walk the path of the Jedi.
Mistress, forgive us, but are you certain? She would not forsake her oath so lightly.
It is the truth, and it is done. Do you doubt me?
No, mistress. It is you who saved the Jedi upon Dantooine, who have collected their knowledge and hid it here to protect it.
But why? How did she fall? It is a sign of his corruption, and perhaps hers as well. He will train her, and she will be flawed.
It's good. Oh, there was two handmaids for a second. God,
I'd like to see what I can upgrade for you.
Yes, I do have a few moments to spare for your work. I would like to know what he is doing here, though.
He helps me out with repairs. That isn't a problem, is it?
I suppose not. Perhaps in working on my circuitry, your assistant will learn something about how a fully functional droid is constructed.
Just ignore him and let's get to work.
I would appreciate that. Our group has little in the way of time to spare, and I would not want to delay you from your other duties.
Right. Let's get you open. See what you can do. I have to say, you are put together quite well. That wasn't much to do.
As I told you, my design is streamlined and efficient, though I am pleased that you were able to make some improvements, and this was not just a waste of my valuable time.
There were a few things from my remote that I was able to integrate into your construction.
I see. Well, thank you. I'll let you get back to your work.
cool. I expected more cutscenes at that point. Okay, I'll be right back.
Finally decided to let me take a look at your circuitry.
Answer
Indeed, I did. I hope you understand how difficult it is for me to trust a meat bag with something as delicate as my inner mechanics. Explanation. Our encounters with my copies has convinced me that I should look into upgrading my capabilities in order that I may be able to destroy them with greater impunity.
Worried you might be going obsolete? I understand.
Objection. Nothing of the sort. I am programmed to improve my capabilities if it will improve my chances of destroying a target, even as unsavory an avenue as this.
You don't have to suffer on my account. Maybe you are better off not letting me dig around in you.
Retraction. You must understand, my previous interactions with meat bags have rarely been pleasant. Disclosure. After all, most of those meetings involved the termination of said meat bags.
It obviously couldn't have been your charming personality. Now, if you want me to see if I can upgrade your functionality, just let me get to work on you.
Answer. In that case, please go ahead. Just be careful not to damage any of my delicate parts. Analysis. My self-diagnostic indicates that my performance has indeed been improved. Also, many of my systems are reporting improved efficiency. Commentary. I am most pleased with this turn of events. It would appear that my initial analysis of your mechanical abilities was incorrect.
You're welcome.
Cool. Oh, no more cutscenes? I mainly just left the ship to go level everybody up real quick. Also, now that I wonder. I think there's like one more thing I can talk to Handmaiden about.
Yes?
I have a question for
You
you.
may ask.
Do you have a name?
Before entering Atris's service, yes, I carried a name, as all the children of the Ichani do.
And what was it?
It is not important.
Girl, you are my
Title and
apprentice.
rank
I feel like
is
I should
consequence,
know your name.
Not my name. I take value in Atris's service,
Girl,
not in myself.
You betrayed her. Okay, well, value yourself, I guess.
We all have value in our oaths to others, and the promises we make. When we
She
make
says,
that pledge,
betraying
we are pledging
Atris to, like,
ourselves to
not
something
even a minute
great.
ago.
When importance is placed on the self, then by such acts the galaxy is unmade.
Yeah. Do you think I lost myself? I destroyed the Jedi.
I do not know. That is a question you must ask yourself.
So now that she's a Jedi, influence is really irrelevant. I can say whatever the hell I want. Right now. Whatever, fine. I know you can find out her name. I just forget exactly how. But oh well, it's not really that important. Well, I guess we can talk to Visas and Godo now, since we haven't actually talked to them once.
My life for yours.
How did you find me?
I felt you, heard you through the Force. It was like a sound at the edge of hearing. And when I heard it, I found I could not ignore it.
Who sent you?
I serve my master. I am an emissary, a scout. My master was aware of a disturbance in the Force, but was unaware of its nature, of you. The disturbance is not something one feels from a living thing. There is little my master does not know, and that you eluded his sight for so long is significant. But I do not know why.
I need to know where I can find your master.
You cannot. His vessel roams the borders of known space, and even I do not know where he travels. Until he calls for me. Even if I could lead you to my master, I cannot permit you to find him until you are ready.
You're in no position to permit anything.
If I bring you before my master untested, without your potential realized, then you will be lost to me, and I cannot allow that to happen. It would be as if one brought fire to a paradise valley, shattered a cavern of rare crystal, or blinded a painter.
I will decide when I am ready, and I command you to tell me where this man is, so
It
I
is a
can
choice
shoot
that
him
can
in the
be
face.
made by neither one of us. Do not be so quick to meet that which you do not understand. Use the time you have now to grow, to train, and to strengthen yourself.
But I want to confront him now. Fine. No, I'm gonna fuck it. I want to fight him now.
Meet my master. It is inevitable. I have seen it. And when you stand before him and realize what you face, you must be prepared. Until then, I must protect you, help you, until you are ready.
Protect me? I can't even say that sarcastically because she did kick my ass at several attempts when I recruited her. Why are you doing this to me?
There's a greatness in you. A greatness that does not stem from the Force. It stems from who you are. And if my master does not understand you, cannot see you, then perhaps there is hope for us all. But if you seek to survive, then you must understand why this is so.
If your master has such trouble detecting me, how do you do it?
There is much I see my master cannot. I fear it is because of my nature, the nature of my race. My people spend their lives seeing the galaxy, the energy streaming off stars, the growth of life, all things touched by the Force.
Where are your people now?
It is not a subject which I have spoken of.
Yeah, I better have influence on her, especially after na-shaddaa. Got like 5 influence gains on her in the span of a minute. How was it destroyed?
The planet was not destroyed. It remains. It orbits, dead in space. But nothing lives on its surface. It echoes, but there's no one left to hear it.
Our world was destroyed. How did you survive?
I am not certain I did. I was there when the planet died. To see everything around you extinguished. It was as if I was blinded. It was as if the Force had been bled from the world.
Suddenly went silent. It's as if everything went silent.
I imagine there are worse deaths, worse pain. But if there are, I do not know them. I was the only living thing remaining on the planet of Kotor. And my life, my agony, was a flicker in the darkness that was the planet. All that I had been connected to had been severed.
I've seen similar acts of destruction at Malachor.
I've heard tales of Malachor. It is said that many of my people felt the end of the Mandalorian Wars from across the galaxy. But do not mistake me. I did not mean to draw comparisons between Kotor and Malachor. My homeworld still exists. It is intact.
How was it destroyed?
The planet was not destroyed. It remains. It orbits, dead in space. But nothing lives on its surface. It echoes, but there's no one left to hear it.
Okay. Oh, I'm getting nowhere. I have other questions for you.
I will answer what I can, but my answers may prove useless to you.
Was your master the one who's... Was your master the one who sent on Progress?
I am not familiar with the place you speak of. My master has not entered Republic space for some time, but there are others who may move more freely, who may have been responsible for such an act of destruction.
What do you
mean?
mean?
There are many factions within the Sith, all seeking to take what little remains in the wake of the Jedi Civil War. Where one moves, it is not always known to the others. But their purpose is the same. The death of all Jedi, everywhere. They believe you are the last of the Jedi, and their hatred of the Jedi unites them. All their eyes are upon you, and it is a terrible, quiet darkness that pursues you.
Well, they can kiss my black ass because I am no Jedi.
I will answer what I can.
Was your master behind the destruction of progress?
My master did not cause the end of the planet you speak of. There are many factions within the Sith, all seeking to take what little remains. Where one moves, it is not always known to the others.
Yeah.
I will answer.
God damn it. Okay. I heard your species is mine. How are you able to see?
My people once had the power to perceive events, to see through the Force. That sight may manifest itself in many ways, and at times, I may affect the abilities of others to see as well.
You sound as if sight is lost to you.
My sight has been damaged. What I have taught you, it is not the full extent of the perceptions of my people.
Wait, what? This is a limited ability to see the Force. She has Force sight in first person mode.
My master, when he showed me my world, showed it to me as it is. It hurt. And since that moment, it has been difficult to perceive the Force as I once did. But after traveling with you, I feel that perhaps there was a gift in it, hidden beneath the pain.
You know, talking to her, it reminded me that they're actually about the first person mode. I've never actually used that, but I think I might like go to Quarbon's surface and see what in first person Visas does. There's no gift in pain except for the gift of strength.
Only when one suffers do certain truths become evident, both of the galaxy and of the self. And I feel you are an example of this.
How do you see through the Force?
If you wish to know, perhaps it is possible to show another what my people see, what I see. First, you must close your eyes. The surface of the ship, its sights, will only be a distraction. Now, in your mind, reach out. Listen for my breathing. Do not focus on the sound, but the life behind it. Imagine its energy, its texture, in tandem with the breathing. And then in your mind, step back from the image and see what remains. There. It is not as difficult as I thought. You learn quickly.
Okay.
It will take effort to maintain such sight, but you now have that power, and with it you can use it to see life around you in a different way, as I used to see it. Forgive me, but before you go I must ask, why do you do this? Why do you seek to help me? Teach me.
You're using words that I don't think you know the meaning of, because I haven't really done either of those things. Why? It's, only fair that the weak serve the strong and all that
I
jazz.
must warn you, if you weaken yourself for me, then it will kill you.
No one knows. Damn. I don't understand where your power over the dark side comes from, and you're too even-tempered and submissive for my...
There is more to the Sith than simply rage or slaughter. There are many kinds of hate, and all of them have the call of the dark side in them. The galaxy is filled with many such evils, and rarely have I seen anything else.
What do you mean?
I remember little of my homeworld before I entered my master's service. It is not as it was. There is little left of such memories, or the planet itself.
Tell me about your homeworld.
It is not a subject which I have spoken of since its destruction.
Okay. Feel like we're just going in circles at this point. Whatever, fine. I'm going now. Oh no, I lost influence. Whatever shall I do? Okay. I'm gonna be right back one last time. Okay, so I remembered what the freaking first person mode thing. And oh wow. Oh, that's actually super cool. I wonder, wait, because it said the alignments and stuff. Thank you, real quick.
What's going on?
Button.
How may I serve?
Oh, that's a little wonky. Maybe that. Okay. That's neat. I can't really see me ever really realistically using this, but that's a neat little thing. Anyway, time to go back and talk to one more companion. We gotta talk to Dodo. And then that'll probably be the end of this episode. Oh, we got another cutscene. Wait, no, never mind, we don't. It's happened so many times. I just expected every time we get back to the ship that we're gonna have a cutscene. Alright, you big fat ass orb.
Yes.
Time for your interrogation.
Come to offer me.
Considering I saved you, you should be more grateful.
The fact we are even having a conversation is gratitude. Usually, my conversations do not have the give and take that our current interaction does. And of course, there is much more screaming on the part of the listener when the torture field is activated.
I have some questions for you.
I am willing to indulge some of your questions.
You wanted me to save the Republic. How is that a problem?
There are several factors, all of which affect each other. There is the stabilization of Dantooine, the preservation of the restoration efforts on Telos, the political resolution on Onderon, and the unification of a religious power base in the galaxy, either Jedi or Sith.
Is there anything we could help? Wait. Maybe if you pay me, I'd care about some of these things.
The destruction of my yacht and of all my activities on na-shaddaa carry a cost that would take you several lifetimes to pay back. But perhaps the offering credits will spur you to act quicker, more decisively. I am not unsympathetic to such greed. For every system you stabilize, I will reward you for your efforts.
I specifically did not destroy the yacht. I cannot be blamed for that. I may have had a hand in that, but I was not the army of people that came to destroy it. You have the credits, and I'm all here. That's all I need to hear.
See that you do not disappoint me.
Let's hear what needs to be done. I'll get some credits.
There is the stabilization.
Yeah. The efforts on Telos.
Telos is instrumental to the stability of the Republic. Its success or failure will dictate the economic forecasts of many other worlds. Of course, since the destruction of the Paragas facility, the odds of the Telos restoration project being successfully completed is close to zero.
Yeah, that wasn't my fault.
Of course it was. If you had not gone there, the facility would not have been destroyed. If you had simply surrendered to the Sith, then all of that violence would have been unnecessary.
I'm getting real tired of being blamed for something I didn't do.
Then stop causing events of planetary destruction. You are a walking catastrophe, and you are not making saving the Republic any easier.
Fuck off. Okay, look, it was necessary to just stop the Sith.
I hope you do not decide that the next thing that must be destroyed to stop the Sith is the galaxy itself. Perhaps one must ask themselves at what point defending your religious ideals is advantageous to the Republic as a whole. As long as your defense does not exterminate more than 50% of those you intend to help, is that acceptable?
Fair enough. Oh yeah, Dantooine.
Dantooine is a vital resupply point for the Republic. If its stability is compromised, then the Republic will lose control over many outlying worlds, and they will become a haven for raiders and smugglers. The economic loss from such outer worlds is greater than the Republic is aware of. If the matter is not corrected, then it shall fall.
Okay, what about Onderon?
Onderon is an outer rim world, rich in ecological resources. Its aggressive ecology is capable of bringing devastated worlds back to life. It is currently experiencing a political schism split between two forces. One must triumph for the planet to be stabilized.
Cool. Oh, hell yeah.
What have you brought me?
I didn't think I would get influence gained for him, but okay. I wanted to talk to you about your operations on na-shaddaa.
I am willing to indulge some of your questions.
I wanted to ask about Voga.
Oh, that pile of incompetence. What a poor challenge he turned out to be. However, though I am loath to admit it, Voga is still very much a threat.
How so?
Well, he still represents a powerful economic base, and as short as his arms are, his actual influential reach is much greater. I imagine that now he is free of me for a time, he will resume shipping operations throughout the galaxy.
Why were you trying to stop him?
Because I wanted to force the Republic to turn to other resources to bolster their infrastructure. Dealing with the Hutts for any resources whatsoever will only bleed the Republic dry.
Like what resources?
Spice, slaves, low-grade fuel, and other commodities.
Fuel?
Yes, I attempted to force the Republic to turn to shipping fuel from Paragus rather than buying it from the Hutts. Before you blew up the planet, of course.
I didn't do it. So Voga could supply fuel to Telos?
Yes, but doing so would bankrupt the Republic. I certainly don't hope that you intend on pursuing such a business venture. In the long run, it will do more damage than the failure of Citadel Station.
I certainly wouldn't want to bankrupt the public, not for my own gain.
Somehow, I find your tone unconvincing.
I don't know what you're talking about. No, I lost influence, whatever, fine.
Yes, is there...
Oh, you can make security tuners? That's neat.
You may speak.
So what kind of capabilities does this droid
It
have?
has been assigned to guard and protect you. As such, it is well suited for a variety of tasks. It is skilled in intimidation, interrogation, and can provide a series of select skills that will make it an effective killing machine. For the most part, it will follow your orders, unless they conflict with mine.
Okay, and if they do?
Then its proton core will detonate, turning this ship into space dust. There is no negotiation in this. I will not allow you to interfere with my operations and plans.
You bastard. Okay, what skills does it have?
This unit comes with a droid scrambler that you may use against mechanized opponents to randomize their defensive and offensive protocols. Use it, and it will cause droids to wage a civil war in their programming, and they will turn on their allies. Its power source is not limitless, but it is enough. In addition, this unit comes equipped with a portable cloaking generator. It will allow it to enter places undetected in reconnaissance mode.
This can prove good assets. Good to have you standing here with us. Or, I guess, floating here.
How droll. What an amusing Jedi specimen you are.
Not a Jedi. Back off.
I am willing to...
Do you know anything about the HK droids after me?
The assassin droids. I have encountered some, purchased the service of others.
You vague motherfucker. That doesn't... Why are they hunting me?
Why, I asked them to. To be honest, I believe that was always their intention, but it seems their directive was dormant for some time.
Okay, but then where are they coming from?
If you mean produced, Republic fleet searching for you. What they will do now that you are found is easy to predict.
You mean they're gonna come after me?
Of course they are. They're droids with very specific protocols that, unless changed, will dictate their movements. Unless you shut them down at the source, they will be stalking you until you are captured or terminated. Why don't you ask their predecessor? That archaic, memory-impaired assassination droid will know more about his subsequent generations than I would.
You motherfucker, you do not insult my bestie like that. I will punt this ball straight out of this ship.
They are masquerading as protocol droids. I have discovered that when they are used in negotiations, they have a predictable pattern of sabotaging whatever peace treaties they are involved with.
Okay, they're my kind of people. Why doesn't the Republic know?
Because the Republic has no reason to investigate otherwise, and any discovery of their true purpose has been concealed by well-timed accidents.
Why have you acted on this information?
Because their behavior is predictable, of course. By monitoring their presence, I know which worlds will suffer civil wars, planetary conflicts, and Republic bombardment.
Oh, damn. I kind of vibe with that. Okay, are they just gonna keep coming after me?
Of course they are. They're droid. Unless you shut them wide.
Okay, whatever.
Yes.
Alright, some questions for you. On your yacht, you mentioned Revan, and how Revan could just how he was going to destroy the thing.
Not supported by facts. Revan did not intend to destroy the Republic. He deliberately left the infrastructure of many planets intact, and many military production facilities.
Why? He had limitless forces.
I believe that by whatever means he used to build his armada, he recognized that it was somehow a limited source, or that he was only willing to use it to a point. My prediction is that whatever production facility was being employed, it carried a price that Revan perceived as detrimental to the goals of the Sith. And that is why Revan left many military production facilities in the Republic intact.
But why wouldn't Revan... Wait, but why wouldn't... But why would Revan... wouldn't need to conquer anything else to once the Republic would be in?
That is what occupies my calculations as well.
God,
I believe that Revan saw a war on another front that we did not, or saw the value in keeping a strong military force.
Do you know where he got this force?
That is also a mystery to me. I do not have any evidence upon which to build an answer. It is significant that after the defeat of Malak, the forces decreased considerably, and after Revan's departure from known space, production ceased completely. It is my prediction that whatever was producing such forces needed a strong, effective leader to ensure its stability. Without Revan or Malak, there was no such figure left among the Sith.
What about Malak?
Unlike Revan, Malak demonstrated no concern for the future of the Republic in his attacks. His stratagems were painfully obvious, intending to crush all resistance everywhere. There was little thought beyond the complete destruction of anything that opposed him. He left quite a mess. I'm still trying to assess all the damage. Between the two, I would have preferred Revan rule the galaxy. He had foresight in his conquest, a subtlety that Malak did not possess.
Did I just seriously hear, like, a fucking space phone? Who is calling us? We're not on Telos anymore.
What have you brought?
Some questions.
I am willing to...
Unlikely, but how about you tell me where your base of operations is?
Now, that would be telling. For now, a secret, and it may remain that way forever.
Oh, you're no fun.
You may...
Well, okay, I guess I've exhausted all the dialogue with you for now. Oh, well. Can I talk to Ann about the Pazak game he's playing? I mean, there's really no point, but can I?
Care to explain why we have that psychotic Wookiee with us?
I completely forgot you would give it a comment on that. You could always use the animal to draw blaster fire. He is a big target.
Alright, but this won't end well. Trust me.
Can I talk to you about Pazak in your
I
head?
don't know what that witch did to you, but she's dragging you down into whatever hole she came out of. I'm only saying this because there's still a chance for you to stop this before whatever darkness she brought on you eats you alive.
It doesn't really matter why I say you're a Jedi, so influence may or may not even matter anymore. But spoken like a true coward. Like a Jedi.
Right. I tried. But whatever's consuming you, it's affecting everyone else. You may be strong enough to handle it, but the others may not.
I just want to talk to you about Pazak. There we go. There we go. Playing Pazak in your head again?
Passes the time. It's better than listing off engine sequencers, memorizing hyperspace routes, or counting ticks in the power couplings.
I mean, there's no ticks in the power coupling. That's fixed.
Of course it's fixed. And that's why you should count the ticking in the power coupling, too.
That doesn't make any sense. I mean, is he frowning? It's kind of hard to tell.
Why do I play Pazak? Alright, I'll show you.
Alright, let's play. Oh. Oh, you motherfucker.
Now, what are you thinking about right now?
Couple of things, actually. One, how I'm not even sitting in a chair, and I'm kind of floating. Two, I really don't like Pazak. And three, there's an achievement tied towards Pazak where you have to win. I don't remember if it's winning or losing a game. But you have to get like the entire board filled. And God, that sounds like that's going to be tedious as hell, and you're going to require a lot of specific cards. Also, the angle of me looks really silly. Anyway, I'm rambling. Well, the game, of course.
Right. And that's why I play Pazak in my head. Because if you don't, you've left the door open, and anyone could walk right in.
Oh, so you played Pazak to shield your thoughts. I already knew that, because you already told me that. Okay.
No, I play Pazak in my head. But while I'm doing that, it's a lot harder for someone to walk in.
Interesting. Can you teach me to shield my thoughts?
No. I can only teach you to play Pazak. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay, then I would learn to play Pazak.
Good. Now you understand.
Please don't not
All
know
right,
the game.
I'll deal then. If you're ever fighting someone who has the power over your mind, whether light or dark, play Pazak. Start listing hyperspace routes, recite engine sequencers, and when they try to use their powers on you, suddenly it's not as easy as they thought. Jedi do it all the time. And when they walk in the dark places of your mind, they'll use it to hold you by the throat.
We got an extra skill. You mean I lost items? Whatever. But I love how there's perfectly good chairs right here, but we were clearly just taking a squat in front of the chairs. And my reaction to that at first was, in the base game / on the console, you don't actually play the Pazak game there. It just, you ask about playing the Pazak in his head, and it cuts to black, and then the next conversation. I didn't expect us to actually play the game, nor have us sitting down. That's actually a neat little change with the restored content. I digress. we've talked to everybody. That's a good starting point for now. I hope everybody had a good time. Tell me to go in the future. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And try to stay fabulous.